Good morning. Just giving you the walkthrough for Unit 2. I've made a couple changes to the way the site works. Um, Still, when you log onto the class page, you'll see the home page here with announcements and due dates and new things that have been added to the class. Everything is still in the content folder, so that's the first place you want to check. So you'll go to content. You can see now Unit 2 is posted, Unit 2, the American Revolution. Click on Unit 2. Instead of that table of contents view, I've changed it up to function a little more as just a column of events. So first thing you'll see is, again, the Unit 2 guide. Read through the guide, see the descriptions for all the tasks you're going to do. If you scroll down a little bit further, now you can just see all the tasks as individual files. So click Task 1. It's got your video notes for the section. Watch through the videos. You can take notes if you want. You can just watch through the videos multiple times, and they'll help you with the future tasks that you have to complete for this unit. To go back, you can see here, you've got breadcrumbs that kind of show you where you're at. So you're in Task 1 video notes. You can click on the Unit 2 American Revolution. That takes you back to the main file, and then you can go through the subsequent tasks. Task 2, View from the Tyrants, is two primary documents that you're going to look through and a discussion that you'll participate in. First primary document are notes from a session in Parliament where members of Parliament were actually talking about the Stamp Act and the results that it might precipitate in the colonies. The second one is a letter between the Prime Minister of Great Britain at the time and King George III discussing the issues in the colonies. And then finally, you'll participate in a discussion about the British perspective on the Revolution. Task 3 involves reading an abridged version of Thomas Paine's Common Sense, and then following this link to an outside page that will actually have a worksheet that you'll go through and answer the questions on, and then you submit the worksheet completely online, so you don't have to print anything out. Task 4 is just information for you. It's another primary document. It's a letter from Tim Pickering Jr. to his father. Tim Pickering Jr. is a patriot fighting in the Revolution. His father is a loyalist, and he's discussing the relationship they have being on two sides of the war. And lastly, or almost lastly, Task 5 is the Declaration of Independence. Some of you have already read this before. You're going to read it again. I'm going to ask you to analyze it and participate in an activity with it. And then finally, the culminative task for this unit is Task 6, which is a discussion on whether or not you feel, with all the information you now know, that the American Revolution was justified. So that's Unit 2. You have until next Sunday to complete all of those tasks, and on Sunday night, Unit 3 will post.